Hello YouTube, and welcome to another DBTGamer special. This is part 2 of my look through the Metroid Prime 1, 2 and 3 art book. So, let's begin. Thank you to everybody who watched the first video. It was nice to see such a lot of people who watched the video. I guess Metroid is popular right now because Metroid Prime 4 and this new art book, and I suppose Metroid Prime Remastered and Metroid Dread, and people are excited to see what comes next and all that good stuff. Anyway, let's look at the Metroid Prime 2 art. This is the cover of the game. In the background, you've got the Luminoff, the aliens you're trying to help, and you got Samus ready for action, I suppose. There's a big wall of text about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 paragraphs. I'm not reading all that. That would take me forever. I bought this book for the pictures. Okay, I might read it later, but I'm not going to read it out on camera. This video is purely for the artwork, just as the same as the last video was. Anyway, from what I can tell, these are like concept arts or very early screenshots, and yeah, everything seems to have a darker tone. Metroid Prime 2 is definitely a darker game than the original. Depending on what pictures the book showed, I'll try and elaborate on my experience. I have done a Let's Play of Metroid Prime 2. If you want to go watch it, go ahead. It's one of those Let's Plays which I enjoyed doing, but it was very difficult for me to do because this game is just very confusing for me as a Metroid fan. Yeah, these are some nice pictures with definitely a darker tone, especially this one with all the tentacles wrapped around Samus. This is a very pivotal point in the story where she loses all her powers and all hope seems lost, that you have to rebuild yourself. Just like every Metroid game, you always lose your powers. Here's a bunch of suits. Got the Varia suit, which thankfully you start with. And then we've got the dark suit and some concept art sketches of the suit. And I think these are different colours of the dark suit. And also, I think that's the light suit, the white one. I'm not the biggest fan of the light suit. It's white it's sort of like a white and yellow colour motif. And the yellow's nice, but it's mostly white, so it's just very plain and ordinary to me. I'm a guy who likes colour, and the modern day world seems to have done away with colour, and I like colour. So anything that's, plain white or black is kind of dull and boring to me. Okay. Yeah, here we have the dark suit. I do like the huge shoulder pads. It definitely shows it's heavily armoured. And this does allow you to walk around in the Dark Realm without your health going down as fast as the Varia suit. And then we've got the little aqua booster thing, which is essential for getting around in water, because once you go in the water, this thing drops like a stone and you feel like an absolute slug with weights attached to his boots. So, yeah. This is interesting. It looks very alien and very... I think it's like an X-ray or a X-ray sort of style sketch. This is the back of the suit, I believe. Yeah, this is the light suit. This is what I was talking about earlier. It's a ghostly sort of white with very slight touches of a yellowy sort of orange on the chest. Not the biggest fan of this, but it is the best suit in the game. You know, it helps you with receiving less damage when you get hit, and it also has a fast travel feature. There's these pillars of light that you can get into, and you can use these as fast travel once you have this suit, which does make the end game, where you're collecting all the Sky Temple keys, easier. You can get some of the Sky Temple keys earlier on if you know what you're doing, but that requires previous playthrough knowledge. And I believe there's 9 of them. So they're like the artifact keys, which there were 12 of, but this time thankfully there's less of them, and you have got a fast travel feature, but you have to use the dark visor in order to see them, and also reveal them. So you could walk into a room and either you have got a dark visor and you forget to use it, or you haven't got the dark visor. You could, just walk straight past these things. I mean, in Metroid Prime 1, at least you didn't need a certain visor to see these things. So, yeah. Anyway, onto the arm cannon, and you got the grapple beam, which just swings you over ledges in this game. And the arm cannon itself, which has 4 beams in this game. You've got the basic power beam, the dark beam, the light beam, and the annihilator beam. Metroid Prime 2 has an ammo capacity system, and most time when I play it, I get all the ammo upgrades for the beams at least, because it just makes the game more manageable, because I'm not the biggest fan of the ammo system. You have to expend dark ammo to get more light ammo, and vice versa. And you're constantly sort of dreading the fact that you'll run out of ammo. Yes, your basic beam can do the job, but it'll just take longer. So the game really forces you, when and where and how will I use these ammos? We've got the morph ball and the screw attack. Yeah, the screw attack's in this game. I was really happy to see it, but it does take a while to get the rhythm down with your finger, so you can jump across the edge. But it was really great to see it. And then you got Samus's gunship. For most of the game, this is just sitting there repairing itself because it got struck by lightning, and that's how you crash landed on this alien world. There's a lot of concept art here. And yeah, I do like all Samus's different ships. If I was ever to own a spaceship, I'd either own an R-Wing from Star Fox or one of these little things. Something small and compact, like a car, I suppose. I wouldn't want something big like a Argon Titan. The Boost Guardian. This guy, I don't think he's very dangerous. The Bomb Guardian can be a pain because there's 3 of them. So yeah, every boss fight is a Guardian, and they all have the name of the power-up you're going to get, which in some ways spoils the surprise of what you're going to get, but it also kind of tells you what you're in for and what abilities they may have to. So it's a kind of a double-edged sword. It spoils the surprise, but it tells you. But yeah, you know what I mean. The Power Bomb Guardian, very dangerous. Anything that has nukes on command. The Grapple Guardian, I do like its huge horn, its Mandivords. That thing's gonna cause some serious damage. Its long, stretchy tongue to just wrap around you and pull you towards it as you get terrified. Get it off, get it off, get it off. Arboros? This is the giant three-headed worm thing. Similar to the Bomb Guardian, you have to kill all three heads. So it's a kind of a pain. And you got Dark Arboros. This is like its second more powerful, more dangerous, more volatile, more angry form. Just corrupted. The eyes. They're just so what's the word? They're just staring at you, and what is this thing thinking? It's kind of like the Martian from the original War of the Worlds. The one with the rubber suits. That's what these eyeballs remind me of. When this thing looks at you, it's just trying to figure you out, and very threatening. The Chakarak. Yeah, I'll go with that. Sorry, my pronunciation may be a bit off. These are very different words for me. Yeah, they're just flying insect creatures. Can be kind of annoying if there's a lot of them, but other than that, nothing too much to worry about. Got a big pulsating tail. Oh, yes. This is my favourite boss in the entire game. Introducing Quadraxus. And yes, I actually learned how to say this one's name properly. Quadraxus. It's a giant walking death machine of awesomeness and terror. This is literally one of the best boss fights in the game. A brief description of how you kill this thing. First things first, you shoot its kneecaps off with your super missiles. You have to do that to all four legs. And then you have to sort of climb up its legs with the spider ball. And shoot yourself off. And you'll land on its headpiece, which is floating around. Because once you've damaged its legs enough, its head will detach and start floating around. You boost off and you land on the head. And you drop bombs in these little holes. And you very slowly and carefully take this thing down. There's also a phase in between the head phase and the leg phase where there's like these antennas which you have to use the echo visor for. To be honest, I'm not a fan of the second phase because the echo visor is one of my least favourite mechanics in this game. You have to use sound in order to see, and it's just something I'm not a fan of. Really, I'm not. The echo visor is also for some puzzles in the game, and I like it for the puzzle aspect, but when it comes to fighting things, you just want to be able to see straight. And vision is something you don't want to lose when you're fighting something this threatening. This is a long fight. If you don't bring your A game and plenty of energy and ammo, you're gonna die. No questions. The Emperor Ing. This is a freeform fight. You've got the big jumping around monster. You've got this giant egg which spews out smoke, and you have to bomb the red areas. And then you got this giant sort of looming monolith egg with tentacles that you have to shoot at. And The first form, it changes colours, so you have to use the right beam to kill it. That's very similar to the Metroid Prime in the first game when you're fighting that. But the egg and the giant looming monolith, they're quite dangerous. When the gas fills the room, it really quickly depletes your health. So you got to find just a place to that you use your spider ball and just go above all the smoke and gas and just start bombing the thing. And the more things you bomb, the more gas you kind of get rid of. But yeah, you have to defeat this thing fast, otherwise it will overwhelm you. It's a very alien creature. Oh, and here she is, Dark Samus. I believe, from what I remember, you fight her 3 times in the game, and every time she's gets different attack patterns and is definitely stronger. And she's definitely more alien and more corrupted every time you see her. I do like all these different designs, and there's even a picture of Samus and Dark Samus sort of their beams contact each other, and they're both being pushed away. So, yeah, she's very spiky and alien, and all these tendrils. I kind of like that. Originally, Metroid Prime 2 was going to take place on a space station. Here we have some more close-ups, so Dark Samus with some X-rays. Yeah, the game designers wanted to put on a space station with like an AI. This idea was rejected by Nintendo. And a lot of the ideas for all the robots that will be on the space station, I believe they made themselves into the Sky Sanctuary area. And things like Quadraxis, yeah. The Lightbringer. It's a very pointy, kind of looks like a spaceship. Yeah. The Lumet. These are helpful creatures. You don't really want to kill them because they shine your way. But Splinter, very basic enemies. The Pillbug, I believe you need missiles for these. I think they can roll into balls as well. By the sketches here. The Kaylee. And the Shurika. Yeah. I think these are like plants. And we got the Kurokux, I think. It's like a big mass with a looming eye tentacle thing. And got the Brizgy. Just that one ominous eye and the mandibles and a scorpion-like tail. The watch drone. Yeah, this is like a mechanical sort of object that just watches you. The night bra. I believe these things tackle you and sort of they're suicide bombers. They're kind of annoying to get the scan. I hope we get a Metroid Prime 2 remaster, because it'll be nice to have those games. I mean, Nintendo Switch Online, I guess that's fine, but I would rather have a copy that I can take with me. The Mechanobite. I'm gonna go with that. It's like a giant tentacle thing with like a tiny. It looks like an eye. It's searching for you. The Octopede, just a crawling like millipede sort of insect sort of thing. That's they got the dark tentacles. These are all around for the game, waiting to just whip you. Don't just shoot them and stay away from them. They're not very threatening. The Grencher? This kind of looks like the Grapple Guardian from earlier. The Blog. I think this is well, it's very resistant to attacks. It's like a wormy sort of thing. Then we got the Ing itself. These are creatures that attack you throughout the game. So the way this works is there's two species on this planet. There's the Luminoth and the Ing. The Luminoth, they're the good guys. The Ing are like a corrupted version. And the story of the game is about collecting light from these 4 areas, and then you take the light to the generator and it gets rid of the darkness from the world. And it's a constant struggle of the light and dark. The game has 2 worlds, a light and a dark world, and the dark world makes things confusing, especially for me. But I do like the idea of 2 races competing against each other. And the Ing, they definitely got a scary vibe with that eyeball. And when these things attack you at the beginning of the game and steal all your powers, it's quite terrifying, because there's so many of them, you obviously can't do anything. Got the space pirates, they got a lot more of a darker motif, because they... you see basic ones at the beginning of the game, but as you go through the game, they get corrupted by the Ing and become like dark pirates, and they're no longer in control of themselves. They just the Ings just completely take over, and it's all about instinct, really. Oh, the Federation Marines. You have met with a terrible fate, haven't you? Yeah, these things, they come down to the planet to study it, and they get attacked by the Ing, and they all sort of become zombies. It is one of the most terrifying parts of the early game. Just their bodies are lying on the floor, and all of a sudden they just get up and just start to walk towards you and shoot you. And you kind of don't want to shoot them, because, you know, Galactic Federation troopers, they're kind of your allies, they're kind of your friends. And some of them have, like, puppets on a string. And some of them you see, like, hanging from the roof with, like, spider webs. And it's just very creepy and very sci-fi survival horror. And it's something I've grown to appreciate, because I like survival horror. I like Resident Evil. And this is a twist. Here we are, the Luminoth. These are the good guys of the game. There's this one emperor who you talk to throughout the game, and he helps you and he tells you where to go. He speaks his own sort of language. So, yeah, I like him. You got the world map. The Temple Grounds, which is the central hub area. And then everything sort of expands out of that. The Argon Waste, which is a very mechanical sort of desert sort of area. The Tarvus Bog, it's a very swampy sort of area. Kind of a pain, because eventually there is way too much water here and it's just a slog to get through. The Ing Hive, where all the Ing live. I believe this is the final boss. You got the Great Sky Temple, where you have to get all the keys to actually get in the bloody thing. And that is it. In the next part of this video, we shall step into Metroid Prime 3 Corruption. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.